finally worked!
Why? Why did you do this?
I was saving you. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
I told you to stay away.
Please.
I told you to stay away!
No! Why did you leave me?
Because you're a jinx! Do you hear me? Milo was right.
Don't cry. You're perfect.
Still don't get it, huh, sis? I'm always with you. Even when we're worlds apart.
Hello, Poppets. Media Ghoul here. It's time, OMG, it's time to talk about the Arcane Season 2 finale. This whole season drove me absolutely mad, traumatized me even. Oh, goodness, so much so my mind is fractured. I'm constantly haunted by the ghosts of Season 1 and... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Someone's at the door. Hold on. One second.
A few moments later.
You know what? I just had a 3-minute conversation with someone who, last time I saw her, I tried to kill. Whoopsies. And you know what? I'm feeling much better now. Just so lucid and calm, ready to take on the world. Oh dear. Do we have, maybe, just maybe, one scene in episode 9 that I can compliment? One scene that I don't think is cringe or ridiculous or rushed or poorly written? No? Oh. Okay. Great. Great.
Brilliant. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
We start Arcane Season 2, Episode 9 with, well, Jinx is free, and Wasteland is playing, which is a beautiful song, no hate here for that, and we see Jinx is setting fire to Silco's chair. And then the last drop, which is Vander's bar. Oh, well, look, I know this all symbolises a lot for Jinx, but, you know, it also symbolises what the writers did to Vander and Silco this season. Oh, did you guys like those characters? What did the writers mean by this? Jinx then goes to her lair to play hot potatoes with her grenades, giving us some, well, I'll be honest, some pretty amazing impact frames, but also some pretty amazing cringe. We get a small taste of what Ekko with his powers could have looked like, someone who has time manipulation but only for a few seconds, trying to save the life of someone he cares about, only to watch them die over and over and over again, failure after failure after failure until he succeeds. To everyone that witnessed it, he's perfect, the boy wonder. But to him, he failed over and over again, building a kind of imposter syndrome as people think he can't mess up at all, and everything he does is perfect the first time. The writers decided to barely include this aspect as he tried to save someone who, last they met, were in a fight to the death, who doesn't hear anything during these time warps that would actually make her stop doing what she's doing. I mean, Ekko doesn't say anything overly different or attention-grabbing to make her stop or change the actions she did over and over again. I guess the writers just gave up.
No matter what happened in the past, it's never too late to build something new.
Really? Jinx is a murderer who hasn't faced any justice for her actions, buddy. What are you talking about? Last person she helped build something new was Silco, and we all know how that went down. Ekko, you remember Silco, right? The guy that killed Benzo, your father figure? What about all the firelights she killed in Season 1? Just forgetting about them as well, mate? Jenkies, who are these characters? Jinx then stops to listen to what Ekko has to say, which is all done off-screen, of course, because Ekko is so amazing he somehow cures Jinx's depression, schizophrenia, and trauma, as if Jinx is your atypical self-diagnosed Gen Z social media addict. So, a lifetime of some of the most horrendous trauma imaginable is just washed away like that, huh? All the voices, the visual hallucinations stopped because Ekko's got that magic D, I guess. Mental illness is just that easy to cure, huh? Oh, what did the writers mean by this? I mean, Jenkies. The next we see Jinx, she's blasting loud music and does a drive-by. Oh, what did the writers mean by—
That's racist!
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my
We see the Piltovans are drawing up a plan to defend Piltover against a Noxian invasion. Hey guys, you know that amazing technology you have that revolutionized travel and trade around Runeterra? How's about you use that to send word to some of the other large empires that hate Noxus and have been able to stand against them and ask them for help? You know, maybe some of them wouldn't want Noxus getting their hands on this technology, or maybe some of them appreciate the trade that you've brought to their lands. Demacia? No. Ionia? Are they still isolationist at the moment? But, I don't know, anyone? No. You see, the average Brexit geezers have this. Oh, Jenkies. Caitlyn and the geezers will hold off Noxus's forces while Jayce focuses on shutting down the Hex Gates. Pretty good plan, especially when Jayce can whip up some Hex Tech weapons to make the defense super easy, right? More Hex Tech rifles, gauntlets, and that laser claw you made in Season 1. You know, those cannons we see back in Season 1 may not do much against Ambessa's ironclads, but you know what would? These would literally punch a hole in the bottom of their ships, sink them, and then GG's. Invasion over. I mean, come on, guys. The crew somehow figure out that Victor is at the center of all this, and he's the one that needs to be stopped. Somehow. Jayce should have been like, yeah, I went to this future hellscape where Victor destroyed everything. Then Victor sent me back in time, / back to this dimension to stop Victor. Oh, this is Wizard Victor, by the way, who we absolutely can trust because, hey, it's Victor. I trust Victor. Anyway, so this Victor guy said Victor's really bad and Victor wanted me to kill Victor or something like that, so Victor and I made a deal of sorts because Victor knows what Victor's going to do and Victor's actually the guy that saved me as a child, so I could go on to meet Victor and work with Victor and then kill Victor and then meet up with Victor again and then come back to fight Victor so I could save Victor. All part of Victor's plan. Did I tell you I found Smeech's galaxy gas stash?
You serious?
We begin the Noxian invasion with a shot of Vi carrying an enforcer out of a building that gets blasted. Oh my goodness, hopefully this average Brexit geezer makes it out, as the show has masterfully taught me that not all enforcers are bad. Who knew? The enforcers are using rifles against the Noxians' what is that? Shields and crossbows? What? How is this even an issue, guys? You're on the defensive with superior firepower. They have to dock their ships, unload, get into formation, and charge up to you. Man, Piltover really sucks, huh? We see that there are these Hex Gate turrets that blast shipping containers into the Noxian fleet and military. Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. Surely, though, you didn't spend all of your prep time on these, right? The City of Progress surely has a bunch of crazy tech up its sleeve. Right? Look, the city was founded to escape the warring mages. From what we have seen, how on earth would they defend themselves against mages? Against, well, anyone. Look, Noxus is very, very good at this, don't get me wrong, but Piltover seems like the nerd that doesn't think they'll ever get bullied because they're oh so smart. Newsflash, when you focus on creating world-changing technology, there'll be forces that want to take it from you and your city by strength. I did an entire stream focused solely on how terrible Piltover's security is, so I won't harp on too much about it, but man, this is so lame. Loris is manning one of these Hex Gate turrets. Oh my lord, he's doing something. Phew. You know, oh god, here I thought he was just going to be this nobody and then die or something like that. Lol. Lamau even. We then see, oh my goodness, OMG, Oh no! The enforcer Vi was helping was a Jinxer! And oh my god, it's Gert! Oh no! Oh Gert! What a tragedy. What a tragedy, I guess. Piano Man is also here. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Ooh, the Noxian guards breaking in. There's an old man, dying next to me. Maybe I can help Piltover win. He says, I'm not really sure what he said. Hoping this just changes his accent. And now he's Brom, and he's not freaking dead. Ambessa rocks up to the front line and starts taking down enforcers. You guys, you can just shoot her, right? Like, a single bullet could potentially end this whole conflict. She has no defense against that. Her magic runes do nothing against actual bullets. Why? Oh, haha, of course. The only person who shoots at Ambessa is Caitlyn, the one person here who Ambessa can deflect the shots of. Wow, genius. We then get a Saving Private Ryan reference, if that already wasn't obvious enough, as a Noxian ship fires a blast at Caitlyn. So, Ambessa, my dear, you nearly got your Noxian plant Maddie killed in episode 1 with your brain-dead scheme on the memorial. Now you're firing cannon shots at her, and she still wants to serve you. Okay, cool, I guess. Oh, yeah, Maddie's a Noxian plant. Ha, har har. But how did you even survive this? What the WF skis? The Noxians go brrr, and then we see, oh my lord, is that Scion? No? Oh, Dr. Mundo? No? Meth Head Gragas? No. Naked Alistair? No, Nautilus without his Big Daddy suit. Oh no, pre-mechanized Urgot? Mind-controlled York after a shave? The troll from the Hobbit movies. Oh, no, it's just some big guy. It's just a big old boy. Great, that's cool. Yay. Vi is Hodoring the door.
Hodor.
Which, I guess, a group of Noxians instant transmissioned up here from just taking over the port. This, of course, makes zero sense. Just before Loris is able to blitty-blat the Noxians, he gets killed. Loris is dead. Oh, glad we set him up and put him in all the trailers, guys. Great use of time. Jenkies, Batman, what is going on? Caitlyn and some enforcers set up an ambush and use the Grey to set up a toxic smokescreen and try to place a bomb on Victor's cocoon. Never thought I'd say that sentence, but here we are. We then have, well, I won't lie, some pretty amazing impact frames and shots, including Caitlyn doing a gosh darn 360 no-scope for her COD montage. Mother, please get the camera. They rush B, plant the bomb, but the bomb doesn't go off. Oh no! If you're confused by this, just prior we see Maddie was the one who had the bomb and handed it over, so she tampered with it. Ooh, that snake. Though, I mean, the whole plan kinda hinges on this bomb working. No one thought to double or even triple check it before the ambush. Okie dokie. Caitlyn is then knocked out by Maddie, which leads us to...
That was easy.
Caitlyn comes back to consciousness and we go all... Too bad Ambessa isn't nearly as cool as the show thinks she is. We then get a reveal that Maddie is working with Ambessa. So we have two options here. First, Maddie is a sour little shit that flipped sides because Caitlyn still had feelings for Vi, her ex, sacrificing Runeterra to the Beep Bop cult because her feelings were hurt. Yeah. No way. Absolutely not. Zero chance. So the other option is she was a Noxian plant all along. And boy oh boy, what an incredible little actress this presumably hardened Noxian spy is. She not only acts like a doe-eyed, innocent little baby, but also seems to show genuine fear when presented with dolls. Okay, so let's think about this for a moment. Season 2 picks up right after Season 1, and Maddie would have been an enforcer for some time now, working under Marcus. So, somehow, Maddie would have had to been the type of enforcer that Caitlyn can trust and respect to be placed on her task force, which would have not been the kind of enforcer Marcus would want around due to him working with Silco. So, Maddie magically had the foreknowledge to act in a way that would put her at odds with her boss to impress a girl who has basically been thrown off the force. All of this, of course, makes zero sense at all. All of this comes out of nowhere, and all of this is terribly executed, terribly cringe, and terribly, well, terrible. What happened to these writers? Seriously, this is just an ooh, bet you didn't see that coming moment, which... yeah, you're darn right I didn't see that coming because there's literally zero setup for it. Oh, well, you know, Maddie's the first to do the Noxian salute when Ambessa is taking over. Well... yes, but that wouldn't be something a spy would do. That would be super sus. It would be something that someone who doesn't understand the potential consequence for allowing Noxius to place military within their city would do, like the innocent little princess Maddie is presented as. Yikes.
I warned you of the hazards of professional entanglement.
Yes, you did, Ambessa, which is a strange thing to put into Caitlyn's mind when you shouldn't have said anything at all. She is your plant. Why would you even place the thought in Caitlyn's mind when your super important asset hinges on that relationship? This is all just so dense. I actually can't believe this. Caitlyn tries to fight back when she gets stabbed by Ambessa, putting her out of the fight. I mean, no way she's going to be able to do much after that, right? Maddie goes to execute her, and we get confirmation that she is an evil, horrid little creature. First, we get this impact frame. I mean, look at that smile that she does when she's about to kill Caitlyn. Second, we see that she isn't aiming for her head, which would have been a quick kill. Instead, she's aiming at the back of her neck, which would have been a much longer, much more painful way to go. Wow, in a few frames, they made Maddie more of a villain than Jinx is this season. A shield forms around Maddie, which causes the bullet to ricochet and then pops Maddie in the head. Rip, Loris and Maddie are dead. Good use of screen time, guys. Just brilliant, really. We then see that Mel saved Caitlyn using her abilities. You know, the abilities she found out she had just the other day, going from a latent ability she couldn't control to having enough control over it to save the lives of multiple characters. That's fun. Mel says something along the lines of, "Mummy, please stop being so friggin' cringe." And Ambessa then gives an order, making the Noxian soldiers ready to fight Mel. So these guys are willing to take out Mel if ordered. Okay, that's good to remember. Before things go all crazy, music is heard in the distance. And Jinx shows up to save Piltover. Yahoo! She's flying an air balloon into combat with some firelights who are happy to work with her. Screw the mural, I guess. And hey, look at that. This airship is actually Jinx's hideout. So, Jinx's super secret lair that not a single Piltover, Noxian or Caitlyn could find was an airship. Okay, look, it was a hard pill to swallow earlier, but at least you could imagine that she was squirreled away somewhere deep in the ventilation shafts underground that would make it incredibly difficult to find. However, we now know that where she was hiding would have had to been large enough to inflate this balloon and vertical to fly out, like a large smokestack or tower, which... guys, how did no one find this place? How many times are you going to destroy your own logic for a "ooh, that's cool" moment? Far out, this is beyond frustrating. Then, then the Zornites show up, like the riders of Rohirrim, to fight the Noxians. Yes, a bunch of chem-addicted goons, a chef, and Savika really help turn the tide until Victor's beep-bop ballerinas attack. What are we doing, man? Savika also has a new arm. I guess Jinx just whipped her up a new one. Wowie zowie. this is really shit. Jinx floats on over to save Vi, which I don't know how you would have known where she was or that she even needed assistance, but I think the writers have checked out at this point, so I'm slowly checking out also. We get a shot of Steb running, the person behind him is killed by a crossbow bolt. When another comes to Steb, Mel puts up a shield to protect him. Hey, Mel, baby girl, Melly, why didn't you do that for the person that was just killed literally a moment before? Whoa, Mel, what are you doing? Oh, I don't care about this faceless enforcer, but my fishy boy Steb. Oh, I must save him. What? Far out, guys. What are we doing? Piano Man jumps on the Hexgate turret and fires off a shot at Victor's cocoon. Phew! Thanks, Piano Man. Even a small choice by a nameless guy can have a huge effect on a conflict like this. Except it doesn't, because the cocoon is empty. Go back to playing piano, Piano Man.
Brother, what's that?
Victor breaks into the underground Hex Tech containment facility where Jayce is, and we get to see... Ooh, what the hell is...
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Victor's game look is fantastic. The machine, Herald. Why has he been changed so radically? Oh, that's right, to sell some skins in League of Legends. Oh, grand. Gods, he looks terrible. At least he sounds good, I guess.
Their bodies are frail. Relinquish the flesh. Embrace progress. Submit to my designs. Steel can fix all your flaws.
We then cut between the beep-bop ballerinas assailing the Piltovens and Zornites, holding them up towards Victor to be evolved. The Noxians raise their banners to ensure they don't get caught up in the chaos. But I have a very important question. Where is Harold?
Oh, Counselor Medarda, you nearly scared me to death.
Is he safe? Is he alright? Caitlyn cuts Ambessa off to start a fight. The Noxian guard, of course, don't do anything because, hey, strength and such. Mel joins the scrap to make it a 2v1, and the guards still do nothing. Mel is a magic user. I thought Noxians called them cringe poo-poo heads. Seems kind of whack that your guard doesn't help in a 2v1 against a magic user. Yes, this magic user is a Medarda, but just moments ago they were willing to fight her under Ambessa's command. Hey, Frank, do you think we should help our general out?
No, this is a family matter. I don't think it's appropriate to...
Oh God, Frank, not Frank. Oh, come on, guys. We then cut to, oh my gods, no, not Piano Man, no, leave him alone.
Brother,
Oh my god, look at this Galio looking Mo Sacra. They had to change Warwick's look twice, bro. Oh yes, better get them League of Legends skins while they're hot, baby. Oh my god. Vi is saved again by Jinx when she fires her Gatling gun at Galio, which pushes him to the side. We later see her bullets do literally nothing against him, so, I guess he was both shocked and stunned for a moment that Pow Pow would do such a thing. Galiowick then leaps onto Jinx's airship, forcing Vi to jump onto Ekko's hoverboard to save her. Wow! Wowie zowie even. With a simple head nod, Vi knew to run to the other balcony and just jump right off the building. Thank the gods, Ekko just wasn't saying hi. Would have been a fitting end to Vi's brain-dead arc for this season though, but alas, Ekko catches her and they zoom off. Much like during the prison fight between Warwick and Jinx, Galeowick has Jinx dead to rights, but he just kinda chills for a bit, so Vi can zip over and give him a schmack. Well, look, Caitlyn is getting thrashed here, but she still has some pretty good moves for someone that has just been stabbed. The Brexit geezer survival instinct is certainly kicking in there. Oi oi gov, it ain't a Tuesday night if you don't get stabbed heading to the pub, am I right fellas? Galeowick and the Dream Team end up crashing Jinx's party balloon into the Hex Gate, right into the face of a clock. Whoa, because it's time. It's time to hold on. Because it's Ekko and it's Ekko's time. So it's time for Ekko. It's about time, am I right? Slinky Malinky and Mild Jayce have a chit-chat.
Choice is false.
There is always a choice.
Yeah, so look, Victor died on that table at the start of Season 2, Episode 1. Jayce was right. And look, even further, Heimerdinger was right. All you Heimerdinger haters out there, remember that. Heimerdinger was right the whole time. Victor starts yapping about how great it would be if everyone just assimilated into one mind. No more pain or suffering, everyone just performing Swan Lake in perfect unity. Yep. Yeah. Natural progression for how Victor has been presented throughout Season 1. Yep. I was, looking forward to Victor becoming, well, Victor, but I was hoping it would culminate in him and Jayce facing off in some way during a conflict between Piltover and Zorn. Not this nonsense. It's interesting, that the writers decided to make the show black and white instead of grey, and then make the two main villains of the show a proud black Noxian woman and a handicapped Zornite with an Eastern European accent. Oh my, what did the writers mean by this? And hey, Victor, where the heckums is Blitzcrank? My blitzy boy, the Pull King. Where's my little man? Oh, God damn, I just wanted to see one pull, man. I just wanted to see one little pulley woolly. Maybe he'll be in the Noxus show, guys. Ooh. Back at the 2v1, Caitlyn figures out that she should probably remove the anti-magic runes off of Ambessa as she's kicking both of their asses. Ambessa has clearly been fed this whole game, so easily handles both Mel and Kate. Caitlyn loses an eye to take off the magic runes, and then Mel calls in her witchy witch sister to get Ambessa. LeBlanc zippity zaps in and does, something to Ambessa? Mel appears to LeBlanc's surprise, and she blasts away LeBlanc's magic prison. So, Mel deceived LeBlanc. The Deceiver. Yeah. Makes total sense that someone who just found out they had a latent magical ability could outplay a witch who's been around for over 1,000 years, who's been scheming in the shadows and taking down empires. LeBlanc is literally the Deceiver, and she just gets played like a gosh darn fiddle. This sucks. This sucks. This is terrible. And then Ambessa dies. I don't even know what LeBlanc did for Ambessa to just drop dead, but hey, things making zero sense is just par for the course for Season 2, am I right, guys? Wonder what those guards are thinking. Oh, man, we had like one job. Bugger.
Listen close. I have important... this is why I can't take you nice places.
Vi awakens from crashing into the Hex Gate Tower. Wait, how on earth are you standing upright here? Physics and gravity do not exist around me, darling.
Still don't get it, huh, sis? I'm always with you. Even when we're worlds apart.
I think I've been poisoned by my constituents!
Slinky Malinky turns off the gravity, or something, I guess a similar effect to when they first achieved Hex Tech all the way back in Season 1. He and Jayce then start flying up from the deep underground facility up into the Hexgate Tower. Back with the Golden Girls, Galeowick is just kinda standing there. He uses his super speed to zippity-zappity over to the girls. Jinx, of course, reacts as she has shimmer-infused super speed. Vi, however, is just a normal person, yet reacts in time with both Galeowick and Jinx. Somehow, the power of love, I guess. I mean, let's be frank and beans here, it should be GG's for Vi, but we can't have that now, can we? So then, why show Galeowick with super speed? The anti-gravity reaches this area, causing everyone to start floating about, including Ekko's unconscious body, which none of the beep-bop ballerinas or Galeowick do anything about. Well, ain't that just super frickin' lucky? Slinky Malinky uses his Hex Tech Ray to blast a hole in the roof of the Hexgate Tower. On the roof, Slinky Malinky sends the anomaly into the sky, starting the glorious evolution, which will change everyone in the area, even if they aren't being propped up by beep-bop ballerinas. We see some strands. Oh, it makes sense. This is a Strand-like show, much like Death Stranding is a Strand-like game. Oh, it makes sense now. But those strands stem out from the roof to begin the evolution process on everyone in the area. This is like some serious end time stuff, y'all. Now, we are in the world of Runeterra. There are many champions with godlike abilities that would probably take issue with something like this going down. It's a very large problem you have when you set your show in a world like this. Season 1 worked so well because it was a grounded and super focused story in a fantastical world. Here, we are dealing with a potential Armageddon-like event, but not a single champion in the extended world seems to care. How bizarre. We then see 3 strands enter the room where Vi, Jinx, and Ekko are. The strands latch onto Vi and Jinx, but Ekko is left untouched when he's floating in the air, regaining consciousness. Again, how lucky. If he was fully aware of the situation, one could easily argue that he uses his time manipulation power to keep evading the strand. But he's just waking up from being knocked out, and yet the 3rd strand is nowhere to be seen. That 3rd strand obviously was for Ekko, but because it doesn't latch onto him, he helps save the day. Why write it like this if you can't make it make any sense? Jayce, finding himself in the same position as he was in the future that he saw, just gives up, I guess. Cool. We then see Chaos God Victor, who basically wants to strip everyone bare of their emotions and imperfections, when Jayce lets him know that imperfections are what make people unique, special, and, well, people. Chaos God Victor just didn't think about that, I guess. Bro went from I have to kill you to
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
in about 2 seconds. Okie dokie. I think it goes without saying that the visuals here are absolutely breathtaking. However, shiny, glittery, gold-painted shit still stinks. Sorry. Chaos God Victor is distracted for a moment by Ekko, whose hair somehow, without having a strand latched onto him. He zips and he zaps and he uses his timey-wimey powers to try and take out Slinky Malinky. The beep-boop ballerinas, however, are too much for him. It was made very, very clear what happens when he goes further than just a few seconds back in time in episode 7. However, here, he just goes back further than's allowed, and then there isn't the same consequences. It just works. And then he tosses his hex core at Slinky Malinky, using it as a bomb, because now, for whatever reason, the consequence of going further back doesn't affect everything around him as established, it just turns the hex core he has into a boom boom box. Time freezes mid-explosion when...
You're so wise. You're like a miniature Buddha, covered in hair.
Super Saiyan Jayce comes back to consciousness to continue the one-sided conversation he was having before, and tells the Chaos God he just wants his boo back. Treating the potential end of the world like a breakup is rather Cringe.
Why do you persist? After everything I've done.
Because I promised you.
Oh, I'm crying. Of laughter. What is this, man? Once Jayce embraces Victor, he gets a glimpse of what Jayce experienced in episode 7. We find out that Wizard from season 1 is actually, dun 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 dun, Victor. Oh, even though it absolutely isn't Victor. But hey, you know, so much has changed between seasons. This means nothing, really. Bro, you seriously just sat there and watched Jayce go through all that torturous only-up game? Do you, like, hate him or something? Or WTF skis? We then see that Wizard Victor is actually the worst villain in the entire show. You see, he went from timeline to timeline, making small changes to the rune he gave Jayce when he was a child to basically see what happens. Like some little messed up science experiment. However, it seems that this experiment not only involves ensuring that a small child grows up to meet you later in life like some kind of groomer desperate for affection, but it also involves the sacking of those timelines when Slinky Malinky and the Chaos God Victor evolves everybody. Wowie, zowie, how many countless lives have been sacrificed so you, Wizard Victor, can ensure Victor and Jayce live happily ever after in the cosmos, instead of, you know, just not saving the child. That could have quite literally solved everything. I mean, we see that in episode 7. But then, if none of this happens, how could Wizard Victor even exist? But then I ask, why are we doing stupid timey-wimey stuff to muddle this entire timeline and show? Again, not a single champion in all of League of Legends lore cares that this is happening. Zillion, do you want to go bonk Wizard Victor on his thick skull for messing with time and timelines like this? God, I mean, this music is so good though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this music is like, oh, pretty good.
You must go, Jayce.
Go where, bro? Where is he going to go? He's in like a spirit dimension. What are you even saying, my boy? What is going on? What is going on? What's happening? What's happening? I don't get. And just like that, Jayce and Victor use the power of Reddit shipping to save the day. And ooh, looky here. Their heads form a heart and their arms form basically an infinity symbol. Haha, yahoo! Love infinity, y'all. Living happily ever after in the cosmos. Great. Look, I'm not against the JVIC ship entirely, but gee willikers, this is ridiculous. Horrendously executed, and is nothing more than shipperbait as we immediately cut to imagery like this. Wow, how romantic? Well, enjoy your fanfics, I guess, guys. Oh my goodness. And as quickly as it happened, it's all over. Wow, how miserable.
Father McGrath, I thought you were dead.
I was!
We now have to deal with Jinx, Vi, and Galeowick, as even though all the other evolved drop dead, Galeowick still has some fight left in him for some reason. Oh, no, don't, please don't do that. Why are you doing that? Okay, so he's raging out, about to attack Vi. Jinx tackles Galeowick off the edge while Vi reaches to grab Jinx. Oh my god, it's like Frodo and Sam, OMGs. Galeowick, however, is holding onto Jinx, which... look, I know Jinx is Shimmer infused, she has super speed and healing factor, but I don't exactly understand how this little twig is absolutely fine holding up Galeowick's weight in this situation. Galeowick also has super speed, so why is he just kind of chilling. But hey, the show's nearly done, so let's just get rockin' and rollin'. Jinx sacrifices herself to not only save Vi, but to also rescue Vander from being a mindless drone by putting him down. As they fall, Wasteland starts to play again, and we... Oh, no, oh no, my feelings, my heart. Oh, yeah. Great. One last little bit of emotional manipulation should do the trick, eh, guys? Galeowick is even crying here. Oh, my boy Vander, you were done so dirty. Then Jinx blows up a grenade as they fall, killing both her and Galeowick. But, hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Zoom. Zoom in again. Play in slow motion. Ah, well, looky, a wee pink streak, which represents Jinx's super speed. So she zip-zaps away right before the explosion. So immediately reneging on the noble sacrifice she just did. Okay, but wait a minute. Pause. Zoom. Zoom in again. Play in slow motion. Ah, a wee yellow streak, which may be Galeowick also zipping away. What? What was even the point? What was the point of any of that? What, just to have another emotional moment to make the audience go, where? What are we doing? This is so cheap. Moving on.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? Yeah, he's got an egg!
Bro, do not show me the bridge after all this nonsense. You didn't earn this. Everyone on the bridge is mourning the losses of the conflict that just occurred. We see Ekko by himself mourning Powder. I'm just going to say Powder because, I don't think I have to harp on about him and Jinx's relationship, right? I think you get it. We show there's a new council that's been set up, and Savika is on it to represent Zorn and their interests, which, as we know, the council here works off a vote. So basically, everything she puts forward will probably just be voted down, which of course the show has zero interest in delving into, so neither do I. Oh my god, it's Oriana. I can't even believe it. We're actually getting Oriana. Oh, it's done. Okay, well, alright. And Singed has a happy ending. Singed has a happy ending. What did the writers mean by this? We then get a crow, which we saw a lot of crows about in Season 1 especially, checking out the remnants of Jayce's hammer on the roof of the Hex Gate. It seems that Swain has been watching, or at least the crows have been watching for him. Swain will be a very, very important character in the next show that involves Noxus, so I'm not going to go into any details, but he's a pretty cool homie. We see Mel has taken over her mother's position within the Noxian military, which I'm not sure how that works, but she bet her in combat, even though so did Caitlyn, but whatever. We then see a fleet of Noxian ironclads sailing home. So, wait. So you let this military that just invaded and kill a bunch of your citizens just leave? Yeah, just go home, guys. God. First it's Jinx, and now it's the bloody Noxians. What is this bullshit? Oh my god. Caitlyn is going through some files on the Hex Gates. We see Jayce is the only one who's credited for this, which, I mean, yeah, the other guy tried to assimilate everyone, so that doesn't surprise me. Also, Jayce was the one who signed every page of his research, and Victor was probably just happy to be next to his cosmic booty call, so I really don't care. Caitlyn has a teehee that's cool moment as she's holding a part of Jinx's monkey bomb and looking at the ventilation shafts that exit the Hex Gate. Many take this as Caitlyn figuring out that Jinx may have escaped through here, though she may also just be reminiscing about the time she gassed the citizenry of Zorn. Happy fun times, y'all! Vi is humming Dear Friend across the river in the other room, and we find out it's a song her mother used to sing. So that's two things that Jinx has taken from her mother without realizing. Both the bunny air gesture she does with her fingers and the song, which, sorry, you guys didn't earn that callback either. Thank you very much. Vi and Caitlyn have a chat chat and cuddle up, unless of course you're watching the Chinese version where they don't appear on screen together and one is airbrushed out when they cuddle. Oh, good on you, Netflix. Always a staunch ally, huh?
I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. Nothing's gonna clean me out.
That's what she said.
The last line of Arcane is a "that's what she said" line. The last line of Arcane is a "that's what she said" line. The last line of Arcane is a "that's what she said" line that apparently took the writers like 30 hours to work out. Oh, it's all starting to make sense now. Airship, Jinx, passenger, scratchy text. Jinx is heading off to Demacia to meet up with another popular ship, Light Cannon. Calling it now. Next we see Jinx, she'll be trying to get her schmicky on with Lux, because they just can't help themselves. And that's Arcane. Wow, what a terribly written and conceived season. Following up one of the best seasons of television I've seen in quite some time. How depressing, how frustrating, how rushed. I didn't think I could be this disappointed in a show, but here we are. Every single character has been changed or assassinated, every important plotline dropped, every interesting theme they set up pushed aside, all for whatever all of this nonsense was. My opinion on the season changed over time as I worked on more and more videos and live streams, causing me to watch the season over and over and over again and take note of, well, everything. As I've said, the music's great, the animation's great, Fortiche for the most part did a wonderful job, but this is a perfect example of how important good writing is. It's the backbone or foundation of a story. You can have so many excellent elements running, but if the foundation is cracked or barely existent, then everything topples over. I feel terribly for the artists, animators, musicians, voice actors, all of them. So much of their hard work and dedication to the story, world, and characters has crumbled because the writer's room failed them. The showrunners failed them. They failed us, the fans, but they believe they did a good job and they are happy with how it all went, so hey, here we are. I guess season 1 was just a massive fluke, huh? This isn't going to be the last video on Arcane. I have a whole other series planned and plenty of live streams in the works about it. I guess I just like torturing myself. Ha ha ha, yahoo! Gods. Hey, look, if you're still watching, thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the channel and get a shout out at the end of each video I put out. And hey, I'll catch you in the next video.